Good morning, viewers. Welcome to my presentation. My name is Fahad Hamid. Today, I have planned to speak about downward communication because I observed a communication gap between the managers and their subordinates when I was writing an audit report on automobile industry. Presently, some of us use downward communication in our professional lives while most of us will use it in near future. Here, I will demonstrate the significance of an intensive relationship between the higher level hierarchies to the lower ones that can be useful in achieving organizational goals and objectives. I would like to persuade my audience to develop a trustful relation with their juniors that will motivate them to increase their performance, commitment, and decision-making ability. I have divided my presentation into 6 parts. The first part will give the background to the topic. The second part will introduce the topic. The third part will describe the importance. The fourth one will describe the issues in downward communication. The fifth will provide some solutions and recommendations. And in last, I will conclude my presentation. Let's move to part 1. That is background. In our business world, communication system plays an important role and indicated as lifeblood of an organization. There are 4 possible communication systems within an organization: the downward, upward, horizontal, and diagonal communication. Now let's look at the introduction. Downward communication is a channel of information, instructions, and directions that passes from seniors to their juniors. In my opinion, the most important aspect of this interaction is that the higher level authorities ask for the suggestions from their subordinates and consider these recommendations during organizational decisions to make subordinates feel as an important stakeholder of organization. Another important point is that managers should pay attention to the complaints and objections from their workers and provide them proper instructions to solve issues. Research of management scholars shows that when employees believe they are getting proper and exact directions on time from the supervisors, then they will be able to depend more on them and will feel themselves safe. Let's discuss the importance of downward communication. This communication channel increases the level of efficiency of employees by giving them proper guidelines and necessary descriptions on multiplex issues. Importantly, it develops a good interpersonal relationship between the management and the workers, which is based on trust, respect, and well-mannered behavior. Furthermore, management can take an effective decision by taking all of their subordinates on board. This approach builds the motivation, commitment, and satisfaction of employees and persuade them to perform their duties adequately. The fourth part of my presentation is based on issues related to downward communication. The main problem in downward communication is lack of clarity. Workers find it difficult to differentiate between useful and useless information, and they feel hesitation in asking for explanation again and again because of cultural differences or communication gaps. Secondly, the message delivered to workers can be distorted and lose its originality as a result of long communication channels between the supervisors and subordinates. Lastly, there is a less chance for subordinates to share their proposals and suggestions during downward communication that discourage them and reduce their productivity, creativity, and decision-making ability. Last but most important part is suggestions and improvements. It is recommended that managers must ensure that the instructions and directions are accessible and clear to their audience. They must remove the communication and cultural inequality by organizing various social gatherings and healthy activities. These events bring both stakeholders closer and help to build trust, engagement, and commitment. Along with this, the manager should provide proper directions in written as well as in verbal form to their juniors. They should use all possible channels like telephones, emails, staff meetings, and face-to-face interaction. They should make sure that the employees are following given instructions as provided. Finally, managers should be cooperative. They must motivate their employees and encourage them for participation, asking questions and sharing ideas. This approach will increase the confidence, ability, efficiency of workers. That will be helpful in making decisions for managers. That's all I would like to say about downward communication. Now let's look at the conclusion. It is concluded that an effective downward communication reflects an open door policy for the employees that consider them as a valuable member of organization. Supervisors must interact with their subordinates on the basis of trust, respect, and integrity. They should provide instructions, messages, feedback with strength, clarity, and coherence. These are the references that I have used in my presentation. Thank you very much.